You guys, it's gonna be a long day. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I stayed up too late last night watching trial coverage. I'm so tired, I haven't even changed out of my sleep headband. I don't even know if you can hear me because, okay, so I like the Calm app. This is not an advertisement, just stating facts. So when it's time for me to go to sleep, I put on my headband, which also functions as an eye mask. See how that works? I can't see you now though. But I put on my headband and then I listen to sleep stories, which are like bedtime stories for adults. They're fantastic at helping you get to sleep. And this headband has earphones in the side of it, so you don't have to have like things plugged in your ears. It's flat. It's really wonderful. So I put on my sleep headband and then I fall asleep to like the sound of the ocean or a bedtime story for grown-ups referred to as sleep stories. It's really like an ASMR thing where they're like, good evening. I don't know. I love it. It helps me sleep. I stayed up too late. Also, you know how like a little kid will get excited and they'll run around like a crazy person and then collapse? That's kind of what I did yesterday following the opening statements. So I listened to the opening statements. I made my reaction recording. I was so excited. Then I had to jump on a Zoom call about something else. And then I was just like, okay, I'm going to go to bed so I can be fresh tomorrow. I did not go to bed. I am not fresh today. It is going to be a long day at work. Dear coworkers, who I know do not watch these videos, but if you happen to run across them, dear coworkers, please don't ask me any questions today. I'm gonna need all of y'all to just stay in your little offices, and I will stay in my little office, and I will put some eyeballs over my eyelids because I will actually be sleeping during my workday. I plan on doing no accounting today because somebody's accounts are going to be all messed up. I'm excited for day 2 of trial coverage. I want to see what happens. And then here's something that was reported in one of the podcasts that I obsessively listened to last night / this morning. And that is that, Alec, he pulled a classic Harvey Weinstein. Remember when Harvey Weinstein was on trial and he came in and he was looking all like rickety and falling over and hunched with a cane and a wheelchair and an eye patch and whatever. And then out of the presence of the jury, he was like skipping down the street. Apparently, that is what Alex was also doing. So when the jury came in, he was like hunched-shouldered and looking sad and pitiful. But then when the jury was not there, he was all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And apparently his entire family showed up at court to support him. Good for them. I guess that's a good look for him. It was his siblings. It was his brother's wife. It was his son, Buster. Buster looks just like him, only with flaming red hair. Buster's girlfriend. And so what they did was, like, everybody came in, the jury was seated, there was like a reserved row like they do at like a wedding or a funeral. And then after Alec was already sitting down, then his family all piled in at once. And he was like, like all shaking and nervous, and he let a little tear fall. Good for him. That's some good acting. Here's who was missing: Maggie's family. Maggie's family, where y'all at? Do you think he did it like the rest of us do? Maggie's family, are you listening to this foolishness that I do on YouTube? Are you listening to podcasts? Do you have eyes? Are you reading the news? Listen, if something happened to one of my children, God forbid, but if something happened to somebody that I know and love who's close to me, the accused dude, if there's a lot of evidence against him, I'm not sitting behind you at trial. I'm just not. And apparently in the days after the murders, Alex kept trying to get in touch with Maggie's family. They were not taking his calls. At least according to the prison calls that we have heard, they were not trying to hear from him. And Alex kept saying to Buster, make sure Grandma and Grandpa know that I'm trying to reach them. Make sure there's flowers on Maggie's grave. It's important that there's flowers on Maggie's grave. Okay, you might be a criminal mastermind, but a mother-in-law sees you. I have a daughter-in-law. She's lovely. But something happens to my son, I'm looking at all her relatives real hard. So they should govern themselves accordingly, because I hope to never need this information. But I do have a lot of information on murder and how to get away with it. Hello, daughter-in-law's family. I hope y'all having a lovely day. I mean, realsies, they not listening to this either. Listen, there are tens of you that watch this foolishness that I do, and I am eternally grateful. Also, I love having conversations with you guys in the comments. You guys are so smart, and you have lots of information, and you put me up on all kind of game, including Eric Allen. Somebody on here told me about Eric Allen, and I have been following Eric Allen and watching all of his videos over there on YouTube. Here's the other thing, though, that I had not realized. Eric Allen did like a 5 or 6 or 8-part series on the Murdaugh murders. He's also done other murders, but because I stay up on the latest murders, a lot of the murders that he covers, I already knew about. So they're well done, whatever, but they were no big surprise to me. Okay, that's fine. Turns out Eric Allen has partnered with Mandy Matney and the gang. He's Team Mandy. I had no idea. He mentioned her in one of the last videos that he did, that he's partnering with them, and that I guess he's using one of their media passes so that he could get into the trial and into the hearings and be part of the coverage. So some of his theories and opinions differ a little bit from what Mandy is saying. And I don't know that they're different. Maybe it's just a different take on the same information. So I will be very interested to watch Eric's coverage alongside Mandy's coverage and alongside Impact of Influence. That's the other big Murdaugh podcast that's following the whole story. All of these people are down there in South Carolina. Here's the other thing that I'm really struck by, the degree of accent that people have. Some people have real heavy Southern accents, like Dig Harpootly and old Poot Poot down there. And some people, it's very slight, like Judge Newman. It's fascinating to me. But you know what? It maybe shouldn't come as a surprise that some people have heavy accents and some people don't. Eric Allen, almost no accent at all. And I think he was born and raised there. That's so interesting to me. Liz Farrell, who's from Boston, no accent. You can just hear it on little words. But then again, I'm not originally from the Northeast. I'm originally from Indiana. Hey, Hoosiers, how y'all doing? But I've been here for 30 years. And so there are certain words that I say that it's like, oh, as my relatives would say, you sound like one of them. Like when I say coffee. I don't know how to say it the like non-New York way, but that brown stuff you drink in the morning with Splenda and half, coffee. It is delicious, but apparently I say that like a New Yorker. There are other words too. I don't know what they are because I don't hear it. I don't hear an accent in myself, but apparently my family hears it in my kids. Okay, whatever. I think my kids sound perfect, but they're my kids. You know what I notice? Much like Alec Murdaugh, when I get excited, when the adrenaline starts pumping, I feel awake. So while I'm watching this trial all day at work on Court TV with the earbud in, pretending that I'm on a Zoom call while I'm at work, maybe my energy will come back. Maybe I don't need coffee. Maybe what I need is more Murdaugh murders trial coverage. Okay, I have already had 32 ounces of coffee this morning. Yes, this is a 32-ounce cup. It is now empty because I drank all my coffee with the Splenda and the half. And now I'm going to go get some more. I did not have the energy to make it to the gym, so I'm going to have to do a couple downward-facing dogs over here and some like weightlifting and something because like I told you before, all this cute don't happen automatically. I really have to work at it. So I'm going to go do a couple of stretches and try not to keel over and die. I'm also going to have some more coffee because a girl does need to keep a job. All right. Y'all have a great, safe day. And there's an excellent chance that at the end of the day, I will be back with another video, possibly alive, if I can figure out how that works. But it will 100% be alive that takes place from my bed. I do not know how lives work. 100%. I've seen them. I have never done them. So if I can answer questions during my live, if I figure out how it works, both of y'all that'll be watching it, because I know it's probably only going to be like 2 people. I don't know. I hope to answer questions. We'll see. Fingers crossed, y'all. All right. You have a great day, and I'll see you after the trial today. Bye.